What's happening, gamers? Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Make sure you mash that like button for Spear Link in a kind of variation of my own Link costume. We've got the Twilight Princess pants, and we have the A Link to the Past, not the classic Link armor, because he has short pants. Yes, my shield is kind of Vikinging. I thought that's what you were
Celtic. Yeah, it's so cool. I like it.
So we don't have the gliders, so that means if Link...
It is kind of Viking-y. It's so cool. I want that shield.
If Link jumps down here, he will die, so we can't do that.
I get obsessed about weird things. That shield is really cool. Look at the Celtic knots on the back. That's awesome. And your spear is amazing, too.
So, in our last episode...
I am so weird. I'm sorry. You should just get a normal wife. I'm a weirdo.
I don't want a normal wife. I love you. So anyway, mushiness aside,
I love you, too.
In our last episode, we were told to find where the intersex meet after doing the shrine. So...
Oh, yeah. X
just
marks
like
the spot.
the Arkham games, Amber and I believe that the Temple of Time is right smack dab in the middle of those points.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, because if you make an X, that would be in the middle of a square, and then, I mean...
So we're going to head to the Place of Resurrection, and hopefully, you know, be right about the Temple of Time. That's our theory, and we're sticking with it, so...
Totally. Yeah, it was actually, I mean, I watch, I watch a lot of weird things, but like, what was I watching? Some kind of Discovery Channel show, and they were looking for gold in the South, like Confederate gold. Oh, sorry.
And we're back into the Shrine of Resurrection. So now we're going to head to the Temple of Time, and I love the makeshift Zelda costume. So, I mean, you can actually make your own looks to Link, and later in the game we'll find out where the dyes and stuff are.
I like it too, because it just makes like Link more of a real person.
If he's mismatched.
Yeah, like he collects it over time. Like you wouldn't have this like uniform like when you go to Burger King and you have to wear the uniform. Like if you're the hero of time, you kind of collect those things, you know, as you go along. Like it makes more sense. It's more like, I don't know if organic is the word, but it's more like realistic. I like it.
And if you guys are ever worried about, like, not having cool swords or bows and stuff like that, if you have the Amiibos for the Smash Brothers Zelda characters, the 30th anniversary Zelda characters, and the Breath of the Wild or Twilight Princess Amiibos, you get a lot of really great rare drops, from soldier swords to knight swords, spears, axes, hero bows, things that have, like, long durability and last much longer than any of the weapons that you'll find on the map. Now, they're not permanent, mind you, but they have some great, like, critical attacks, and they have some great durability buffs.
Cool.
So, unfortunately, with this game, even if you pick up the Master Sword, the thing will have a limit and probably break. Which,
oh my god!
I don't like that about this game. I wish there were some weapons and shields that are indestructible, because you find the items and the armors that you like, and you can't repair them.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. How are some swords from Japan thousands of years old then? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense how your sword would break like that. Like, what are the swordsmiths, like, stupid or something? They don't know how to make swords? It's ridiculous. Those swords...
Speaking of, let's see if we can chop down a tree with a sword.
You can't chop down a tree with a sword.
You want to take that bet?
No way, I don't...
Timber! The only problem is our sword is kind of, like, all messed up now. So this was a sword that I actually got from I believe it's a Claymore. I got it from the Ganondorf Amiibo.
Ooh, I like Claymores, they're pretty cool.
And how I got a bunch of the stuff, what I did is, we basically time traveled with our Switch. So you go to the settings of your system, turn off the internet clock, and then go as far back as you want. I went back to 2016, and literally every 5 minutes after I didn't get what I wanted from my Amiibo, I'd go and I'd change the date again, and then eventually we'd get some cool stuff.
So you just keep putting the Amiibo on and then changing the date to see what you can get.
But we still don't have the a full, like, costume other than Wind Waker, but I don't even think we have the Foofy hat yet.
So for people who don't have the Amiibos or the system, basically when you put the Amiibo on, what you're saying is that it doesn't always give you the same thing every time you put the Amiibo on. It gives you different items.
It's completely randomized. Think like Fire Emblem Heroes when you're trying to get the character you want, except you're paying money. In this case, you're just putting the Amiibo on the controller.
So it's like you get free orbs by putting the...
And I don't remember if I complained about the controller. I don't like putting the Amiibos on the controller themselves. I wish that there was an NFC feature built in. It's built into the controller, and it just feels weird. Like, with the Wii U, you would put it on, like, this little square, and then it would, you know that was the NFC reader or whatever.
Yeah.
This one, you have to mess around with your controller top and be like, oh, is it going to be this part? Is it going to be that? And it's like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's supposed to be on the little symbol for Switch.
Yeah, well, that's if you have the very rare Switch Pro controller. And I told you that it was a good idea that we pre-ordered that because our store only got one. And
whoa, we got the only one?
In our store,
gosh. Yep. Wow.
And that thing is going to be, even when the systems like get more reorders by like the summer, that thing's not going to be available till the fall.
Whoa, you should do a video just on the controller showing it off.
I could.
Put it on a turntable, play some groovy music.
Groovy music?
Be like, this is the...
Groovy!
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that game.
Amber, look, nostalgia. Pots!
Hey, pots! Oh,
and nothing
okay.
in them.
Luke, is that shield gonna last for a long time? Because it is... Oh my gosh, it is so cool. I'm taking a mental picture right now.
Yeah, but going by our Zelda Amiibo over there, which we still haven't opened, I'll try to do an unboxing this week. I actually beat Shovel Knight. Amber and I completed that, so... Yeah, I guess in the meantime we'll work on more Zelda or something, I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be 100 episodes for Zelda, so I really don't want one a day for, like, the next, like, 2 or 3 months, because then what's going to happen is the views are just going to go...
Oh, right.
So, I mean, I'm going to end up doubling up episodes probably next week, because, I mean, it's really easy to play and record Zelda. Plus, I'm having so much fun. So
yeah, definitely. We didn't know how hard it was going to be to get through Zelda, but
everybody kept saying Zelda Dark Souls, and this isn't really Zelda Dark Souls.
It seems to be one of those games that you can't stop playing. It's just...
When we recorded our first 6 episodes, like, literally we were on the couch until, like, the sun came up. Because it was just so much fun. We recorded, like, late after... I forgot what we even did on the 2nd day of March.
Well, I don't know.
Or the 4th day.
After we... Well, I don't want to bring up other Zelda games, but there have been several Zelda games where we've done... Where it's like, after we get, like, halfway through, it's like, oh, we have to, like, force ourselves to get through the rest.
But this one is fully customizable. You can pick up different weapons. The story is based on where you go. You can actually do whatever you want in this game. So
I don't know, I'm just like, now it's like, I'm so inspired, I want to like get one of those shields for my room or something. The shield is so cool.
The Viking shield?
Yeah, I'm really liking that a lot.
You want to be the spirit shrine?
You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power.
Ooh, liking the sound of this. What are you going to give me?
Pizza.
What is this pizza?
It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. Four spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it that you desire?
Whoa. So I can have a heart container, or I can have a stamina increase?
Or would you like riches beyond your wildest dreams? Oh, no.
I would actually like to not fall off mountains when I climb them.
Interesting.
So I think we're going to go stamina.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even if you get increased hearts, you're still going to probably die if you fight, like, bigger enemies. So you should have the option of being able to run away or climb up a mountain. So I'm going with stamina.
I shall grant the power that you seek.
Thank you, statue. I appreciate that.
The power to dance to epic music.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, it's a stamina meter. Never mind.
That's pretty. That looks like...
That is really cool looking.
Stamina vessel. The size of your stamina wheel has been increased,
kind of
allowing you to perform more. It looks like one of those jewels from Ocarina of Time that you collect as Child Link.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say it looks like an ocarina a little bit, but yeah. It does look like one of those jewels.
Go and bring peace to Hyrule.
Yes. Bring peace.
Huh? You hear something? Who goes there? The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see.
Huh?
It's the old man.
Oh, that dude.
Here I am. Get up here, quickly.
Shh, whatever. I'll get up there when I want.
You can also see the decay, or the wear and tear on your shield from battles.
Oh, poor shield.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I don't like about this game, in Dark Souls, you could actually restore your weapons and armor by, like,
Yep.
blacksmith tool stuff. There's none of that in this game from what I hear. So it's all about the item drops and basically using strategy to incorporate a certain weapon to use in a situation where you're fighting a tougher enemy, and then you're supposed to use weaker weapons on smaller enemies and struggle, I guess, because as soon as that weapon breaks, you're in big trouble. Which is, I don't know. It's a different mechanic, but... And I love being able to use different weapons in Zelda. Like, you could always pick up weapons in some Zelda games and fight back.
Yep.
But you couldn't really take them with you. But I wish there was some indestructible weapons. And also, I wish they gave you the option to repair the weapons and armor that you like.
Yeah,
I think that would have been cool. Maybe the next Zelda that we have to wait, like, 5 years for. I say 4 years. 4. What's up, old man?
Well done there, young one.
He spoke!
Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am.
He does. He is
I was
speaking.
King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule.
Wait, you weren't Santa?
I was the last leader of Hyrule,
But you have the Santa beard.
Whoa.
a kingdom which no longer exists.
And a kingdom of elves that made toys. I mean, yes, of Hyrule.
Whoa!
Oh, he looks so cool.
He's a ghost.
Freaky.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me.
But you're
And
standing.
since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me.
Sure.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
No prob, dude. I forgive you.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness.
That doesn't look like
They
Link.
sealed Ganon away using the power
Kind
of
of.
these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining.
Oh, he looks so cool. So freaky.
Yeah, he does.
It's like a spirit dragon or something.
He possessed the machines.
Oh my gosh.
That's how everybody got slaughtered in the destruction.
He appeared
Wow.
from deep below Hyrule Castle, seize control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turn them against us.
Wow. That's dark.
The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely collapsed while defending the princess.
Wow.
And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon.
I did not see that
However,
coming.
the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link,
Whoa.
you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
I'm just not feeling her voice.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link.
What?
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later.
From the
Words of
Lazarus
guidance
Pit.
you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself.
You're a little insane,
Even
but
now,
you're alive. No.
As she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point.
That sounds fun.
I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the Dueling Peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Okay, Santa. Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. His voice was cooler without me.
No.
Paraglider,
I
an
actually
item
like
that
yours.
received from the king on the Great Plateau.
I like yours better, actually.
Yay!
I couldn't
Because
imagine.
I am jolly.
I kept imagining how cool that would have been. That entire thing would have been in Japanese.
I know. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. So Nintendo's kind of new to voice acting still. I mean, I would have had this entire stuff voice acted, but
Yeah.
they only do key scenes, I think. And I think that's it. I'm smiling.
I mean, it would have been a ton of money to do all that, though.
I've told you everything I can.
I mean, I like that they did the key thing, but
Link, you must save Hyrule! Ghost voice.
I don't know why. I think it is. Was that guy trying to be English or was he American or was like in between?
He's medieval. Ah!
I don't know. I sometimes wonder if Americans can even voice act like old things anymore because
I think that was a British guy.
it is almost like we've lost the ability. Like there are no old things here in America at all. Like there were no American accents back then. Like it just doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's like we don't exist in olden times.
Totally. So let's make our way to the Dueling Peaks now that we have, wait for it, the glider.
It's almost like it's better for everything to sound like an English accent if it's in English. It's better for them all
Indeed.
to be British because it sounds more realistic.
And All right, so let's try to go
Unless he's like,
there.
yo, Link, thine axe is over here.
Yo, thine axe is sharp to taketh down Ganon. You gotta slayeth the beast, yo. Take him down before he makes Hyrule suffer. And save my daughter. And maybe marry her.
It just sounds like us trying to do old accents. It just sounds like...
No, I think we're pretty
Oh, no,
good
I
at
mean,
it,
when people do accents, but like, if you do an American accent and you're speaking with thine and stuff, it just sounds so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Thine heart is ready for thine stuff.
Yeah.
Pizza. I craveth foodeth.
Burritos.
Ooh, there's a chesteth in the watereth.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Never mind. I don't know. I think
I shall stoppeth knoweth.
It sounded like he was between two different accents. Didn't really sound like he was doing a British accent, but I guess he was doing, like you said, Middle Ages or something.
That didn't work. So we're gonna hammer that.
Yeah,
and
I don't know. It just didn't feel like there was enough passion in like Zelda's voice at all. Like,
she sounded like really cool in the Japanese dub that we heard, but
like really, you're up against a monster and you just are like, Link, I need your help. It would be like much more much more passionate than that if you're like basically using your last breath to ask somebody for help.
see, you can actually take chests out of water if they're metal using your magnet powers.
When I watched, like, they had videos on different voice acting and stuff, I would say Japanese. I didn't really hear the Chinese at all, so I don't know what it sounded like. So I'd say I liked the Japanese, I actually liked the French, and I liked the German a little. But the English and, you know, some of the...
for this game, you've heard different languages?
You know, they had some videos online where they showed the same scene in several different languages, like, back to back. I actually thought the French was pretty good, and even the German was pretty good, but I did not like the Japanese. I thought was phenomenal, but I just did not. The English was just like, compared to all the other languages that I heard, it was just like...
I wish I knew some
I
German
like
so I
this.
could sound angry. Because I'd like to hear what angry happy Link sounds like, or angry happy Zelda.
Well, surprisingly, like, German can actually sound very beautiful, like, in certain parts. Like, I thought the German Zelda actually sounded very, very pretty, actually. So...
No, if you really think about it, a lot of medieval, like, characters would sound like French and German. Mm-hmm. There were some Wales and Scots and things like that, but...
Yeah, oh my gosh, can you imagine this done in Celtic? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would be epic.
But nope, everybody gets the same English. That's how it works.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are many small languages that probably this would never be translated into. I want to hear it in Chinese, though. I never got to hear it in Chinese, but I would have to say the Japanese voice acting, for me, takes the cake. I would almost want, if we played this, I'd want to buy the game again and just do it in Japanese.
We could, but I wouldn't know what we're doing.
That'd be fine. Maybe you could just memorize what we're doing from before.
What?
Why?
No. Okay, we gotta go where the Dueling Peaks are.
You would remember.
No, I wouldn't. This game is 100 hours long. I wouldn't remember.
Aw.
Do you realize how big this game is? This is like... How do I explain this? Like,
Kwing.
Twilight Princess was big, right?
Alright, could you try to do it for me? If I win a bet or something?
I'd have to order Nintendo points cards from Japan for digital, and those are going to be really expensive.
Well, maybe we can do it for something.
Like as a live stream or something.
Maybe. Well, let's finish this normal one first.
You realize we're going to be playing this game for some time, right? It's 100 hours long. We haven't even put, like, 2 hours into this game yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm having fun, though.
I'm glad. Huzzah! I want to wipe out this,
Yeah, so
outpost.
for future reference,
Well, guys.
if I don't know, I kind of, sometimes I don't know how I feel about, like, okay, the English voice acting is all in basically, like, British accent, but actually for this, I would be totally fine with that if it was all just British, because that would just sound better to me.
Totally.
It's not like I couldn't understand it.
Uh-oh.
It would just be like my language with awesome added to it, so...
I got you. So, it looks like they have, like, a outpost here. There's a lot of these guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
oh my gosh, look at that weapon, it's crazy.
Well, my
Oh
sword
wait,
just
they just
broke.
have giant sticks.
Yeah, but they're kind of beating me, plus they have an archer.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa! Oh no!
Ah! Oh, good. You just
Oh.
fell a few feet, but
I
still.
just fell a few feet. I almost died.
Oh.
Fell a few feet. My gosh. Oh, I will tell you this, guys and gals. If you have the Ocarina of Time Link amiibo, not only do you have a chance to get the Ocarina of Time like suit, like the whole thing, which will take you a lot of drops, but every day that you use the amiibo, you will get like 8 or 9 pieces of cooked steak. Dang it. So,
Oh, game over.
I've been seeing the screen a lot lately. Sadness.
Do 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 do. Oh wait, is that the wrong music? Oh.
I think that's the ending music for Zelda. Like do 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 do. Yeah, that's one of them.
They didn't play that on the death screen.
Death screen music. Let's see if I can remember that.
I guess it was just like tense music.
No. Well, in Link's The Adventure of Link, when you die, it was like Ganon has come back. And it's like, oh snap!
No.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting, not moblins.
This is a very cool looking tree house. Or actually,
See ya.
I don't know if it's a tree house or not. It's just like a
It's a fort.
fort.
Ooh, if we could get that to explode. First, let's see what they have in here, if it's even worth stealing. Ice arrows, hooray! Let's see. If we could blow that up, that would be fun.
I really thought that guy was going to be our friend. So there's basically nobody alive here at all.
I'm alive.
Yeah, you were alive. That's right, honey.
Let's use a bomb arrow.
Oh, you mean Link is alive? Yeah.
So, the bomb arrows are later in the game. Again, you can thank the amiibo drops. Boom.
Wow.
They're on fire! Stop, drop, and roll.
Why is it that Link somehow looks like a... He's so innocent and cute, even though he's literally slaughtering these people.
Innocent and cute. He's like a senior citizen.
What do you mean?
He's over 100 years old.
Link?
Yeah, he's like 119.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, probably be, I would say, teenage Link is usually about like, between 15 and 18. Alright, so we had
Yeah.
another sword break. Eat bow! How do you like that? They didn't like that
I think
very
they
much.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, you can see they're still smoldering there. Come on. You want some of this? Too bad. You did.
Why is it that when I'm looking in this fort, I'm trying to think of how I would have built this in Disney Infinity?
It's a good question.
Oh my gosh, too much of that.
Oh,
I think that
all these
came into
items
my
that you guys see, they're like, how in the world do you have fish? Amiibos. And it's not cheating because it's Amiibos. So, I'm not a hacker.
Totally.
I am an Amiibo person that spent literally half a day with just Amiibos. It was pretty fun too,
That's
but
awesome.
I got frustrated because we didn't get. It took half a day just to get the Link to the Past like tunic.
What about those new amiibos we have in those boxes?
They don't give you any. Like the only reason I'm using our classic ones is because we can actually get classic Zelda costumes.
Oh, right.
Because there's no green tunic in this game.
Oh my gosh, we have that 8-bit Link amiibo somewhere too.
I've opened them all.
Oh my gosh, you opened that?
I opened them all and
Even
I
though
put them
that
up
one
there.
didn't look very good.
Oh, it looks terrible, but how do you think we got the Link tunic that we're
I
wearing?
do not like that amiibo at all.
Oh, no, it's hideous.
It looks terrible.
But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Here's looking at you kids. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back with more Zelda Breath of the Wild tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!